5, like, that's borderline it started at 11, so 12, 1, 2, like, almost 4 hours
Mm-hmm.
thereabouts for a best of 3, which is crazy considering the fact that the round times have actually been shortened and the technical pauses are also very brief compared to what they used to be in CSGO.
Yes, but without further delay, folks, we can get this one started. Final series of today, the upper final. Winner books a spot in the grand final. Loser, consolidation rematch against either MIBR or 9Z. But it's Young Sharks and Red Canids to grace our screen. Boggs and Pineapple Phillips on the call. No kit for Young Sharks. Dual Berettas on one. Utility double flashbangs for them. There's one of those flashbangs. Doc flashed in. The entry frag finds nothing but death, as Destiny is the one to get the opener. Looks for more. And now out of Palace, Nithon falls to hardzao. Hardzao goes down to Destiny, or rather takes down Destiny. It's a team kill. And not a good start here for the Red Canids.
Less than ideal, but still recoverable. This walk-up connector has also totally slipped the gap. Togs is coincidentally holding the angle, but times everything. Walk in from venomzera, totally unexpected. He domes down one. Togs, though. Good recovery to maintain the advantage, albeit at a tenuous margin. Martin, and hardzao, the last two remaining on this offensive, both still towards A, one in ramp and one towards Palace. The spots are still coming through. Red Canids are banking on some aggression from the defense, and unfortunately for them, no such aggression is coming through. PRG's catwalk, one player's in CT spawn, covering all of his bases. Third and final is on B, just in case they slip the gap. hardzao finally making a move out of the ramp towards Sandwich. Hasn't been spotted, but he's going to be hard-pressed to find a plant. He's going to go towards CT spawn, between watching two different angles, and he's shot from behind. Bartine, the last alive. He has the P250. He's recovered that weapon at least, but he still has 3 to work with, and there are 3 very disparate angles. Deacon on the first doesn't get the one tap. Wants to fight the player CT, though. This is a 1v1. He thinks it is at least. Togs, excuse me. Coming in through CT spawn is there in support, however. And that is a round in favor of the Young Sharks.
It's always good to get the pistol round under your belt. And I believe there's something like a 78% win rate when you win the pistol and convert on both halves right now in CS2, which is absurd. I think in CSGO, somewhere around like 55, maybe 60% if you won both pistols and converted the following. But almost 80% is incredulous. That's definitely something that needs to be looked at if that trend continues. And it's pistols, just light pistols, but it's not like these can be really counted out in the hands of the Red Canids, given the fact they won a full Glock round against 9Z just about an hour and a half ago. Always dangerous. Yet no openings.
No openings. Around with the Deagle. Could be very dangerous, but he's crouching at the wrong time. hardzao down below spams him away with the MP9, and he's looking for more as well as he aggresses ramp. He spots a second, but he won't overstay his welcome. Gafalo here to support towards bottom stairs. That nade's gonna be huge. Just 3 players here. Gafalo finds the first. The MP9 should find a second. No, the pistols do overwhelm. The MP9 doesn't let loose as you would expect in Togs. We'll find one. Gafalo will fall. Barthine finds it another. Doc does maintain the main advantage, but this is a costly round. Barthine, a 1v2. He doesn't go for the plant. The bomb was not on his back. Tries to fight with the Deagle. He is finally unseated, but Red Canids, again with minimal investment, finding good damage.
Good damage is always helpful, thins out that economy. As we see a FAMAS out for the Young Sharks, and no money really in the reserves for them either. 1450 is the most they have on hardzao. Gafolo as well, with 1.1k. Minimal utility though for the T side, and that could be a bit of a problem. No opening picks just yet. Back to middle go the Red Canids. And T was really where they got their rounds in their previous series against 9Z. So you have to expect them to try and get a lot of rounds on the board here again on this same side. No picks yet though. No openers, and Togs up in ladder. can kick it down on them. They're clearing, but they don't clear it right. Nithon 1 for 1. venomzera with the trade. Now hardzao with the opening pick onto the site proper. Barton with the flames assisting, pulling DRG out into the open. That's going to be a save call for Garfolo and hardzao, the two players with money at the very least, are the ones who are on the save. But Red Canids strike right back when they get the guns in hand. A perfect response.
The best that could be asked. That damage done in the round prior is consequential for the buy going forward in the Young Sharks economy. Not sure how much money they're going to have to try in the next round. Two players could probably drop like FAMAS's, Garfolo and hardzao. Last player will be left to their own devices. Bomb. Going to go off shortly. Red Canids more eager to save with 4 players alive than hunt down the final 2 rifles. I respect the call. Build that T-side economy early. Use it to punish your opponents later on. Red Canids on the board on their own map pick rather early. There's a distinct possibility for them to tie it up here and potentially take the lead as well if they can punish this force buy from the Young Sharks.
This force buy. It's kind of a necessity. I mean, there's not too much incentive to save for them yet. Loss bonus is nowhere near being good enough to justify a save. And they could do damage with the 2 FAMASas and the 5-7 in the hands of Doc. An okay amount of utility considering the finances as well. Red Canids slowing things down. Waiting for the push, and it comes. Molotov's in. Barton leading the charge. Spots the one van. That's venomzera to finish the job. Togs and bench. Goes uncleared. 1 and only 1. Doc and market door. Does some damage, but Destiny makes him meet his. And Volo and hardzao, again, the last 2 alive, but again, staying alive on A. Not going to contend with the retake here. Bomb goes down, and we tie things up at 2 apiece. Into Palace, they go to hide. And just wait out this bomb timer until it goes tick, tick, boom. And then we can start again in round number 5.
Ball game, though, will be tied. If I had to guess, Young Sharks should probably be saving 2 hero rifles instead of forcing in as they did in this one. venomzera tossing a Molotov to his friend Destiny. Penny pinching, that does help the economy. Bomb goes off in a couple seconds. There we go. Now we're officially tied up. Garfolo and hardzao led to save once again towards Palace. No one's really hunting. Red Canids continue to build their T-side economy. Young Sharks save this one. Play around the rifles. Maybe even follow them. Let the rifles take point. Pick them up when they fall. This should still be a 3rd round for the Red Canids.
Keyword should. Will it be? Not sure. You can never really count out any buy anymore. Because when you do, either you find yourself being complacent and you get caught. That's a nifty little attempt at a run boost, but an even better response from hardzao. I don't know if he saw or just got lucky on the dink. Either way, Mython's down to 24 HP, and he has retreated out of middle. B is the target again. Red Canids making this their bread and butter. Molotov to Van will telegraph this, but I don't think there's anyone even remotely close. Togs is over in ladder from the looks of things, and that Molotov did not go where it was intended to.
Nope. And meanwhile, in the downtime, Doc will be in depressed middle. Togs on catwalk, double taps Destiny. P2K. To survive and fight another day as well. 3 players on catwalk will be mollied off. hardzao will drop one of those 2 rifles, but it will be quickly picked up by Togs. DRG. The USP in market. It's tagged and bagged. Red Canids, most of their squad alive as well. Young Sharks just looking for exits. Going for the round, but still looking to do some damage before Red Canids' economy runs rampant.
That's a scary prospect for young Sharks early, the fact that this T economy may just get out of control so early.
Terrorists win.
At least young Sharks still have the same 2 M4s they've had since round 2. That's some small consolation, right?
Something. Silver lining before things get out of control, but I'm more worried about the economy Red Canids are building. Venomzera is at 9k, Destiny's at 7, hardzao's at 6, sure Nithon's low, but he just spent 6k on an op. Young Sharks
Barton
don't win
still
this
has 3,600.
Yeah, he's still at a respectable spot. If Young Sharks don't win this rifle round, or at least make it incredibly expensive, I am going to begin to worry about their chances on Mirage.
A ladder room boost for Doc is interesting. Destiny on the cross, sprays away down by that smoke, doesn't find anything. Smoke into window. Barton looking, hoping. No dice yet. Utility being spent. Venomzera peeks in and dies early. Togs is there with a lineup. And this is huge for young Sharks. 3 kills, no damage taken, and make it 4 as hardzao walks on a balcony dry. Barton taps, but he only nets the 1. Massive implications for young Sharks. A great response with the guns again in hand. The Red Canids didn't really play that round proper at all. They kind of just walked into angles and they paid for it.
My question is, why is the op second in line?
That is a very good question. One I don't have the answer to.
If he's going to be second in line, he should be on the corner holding the catwalk peak while his teammate clears ladder. Kind of just caught in no man's land, walking forward. Both of them were. Again, worrying about Nithon's op play. And now we have an op for Gaffalo. I don't know if it was recovered or if it was purchased. I didn't pay enough attention, but I'm assuming it was recovered. Maybe not, actually has 500 in the bank. Regardless, there is one in play for both teams. Who will win the Opera's duel? Who will have more impact? Togs, again on catwalk, then boosted up. He is spotted. He won't find the opening. He's not exploited either. He'll fall away. He's, again, getting mid-control, sending 3 up catwalk. It's a lot to commit. Don't make the same mistakes. There's no one in ladder, sure, but learn to adapt.
Here's the opening pick. DRG onto Destiny. Togs rotating into B. Right on top of DRG. This could get ugly. Cleared to Ninja, and DRG makes it a 3-piece. Damage onto a 4th, but hardzao from bench has been able to at least create some opportunity for Red Canids. Some space bomb is down on Cat. But Bart, the tap onto Dom. That's going to be huge to try and salvage this round for the Red Canids. Barton, another one from balcony. This time Gafolo, the one to fall. RDN Zhao working in towards sight. Does not spot the shadow of hardzao yet. Waiting for a plant. Surely Barton clears around the smoke. They know where he is now. It's up to the 1v1. Barton on the 4K. RDN Zhao looking for the quad 1v or the double 1v2. He's got it. Headshot delivered. The lead swings back to young Sharks. Here we go.
Swinging back and forth like a pendulum. The economy of Red Canids is beginning to suffer. And we see our first timeout from the Red Canids all day, and it's rather early in the map. You do love to see it. Again, I don't think there's a coaching slot built into CS2, so that could also play into it. I totally forgot about that aspect of the game. They do use it in this one. And again, they are still putting heavy emphasis on this op. At this point, I say forget about it. We sent it up catwalk twice. It's failed both times. It's found 0 impact both times. Gaffalo, I can't recall if his kills with an M4 or with a op. I think it's with a rifle, not the sniper rifle. So a similar thing could be said, but I will concede the op is more justifiable on CT side than T side.
I have to agree. I don't think the op is really serviceable on T side the most part on CS2. Go, sure, you can make the op work on T side depending on the map. Ancient is one of those where the op on T is rather questionable in general. But here on T side in Mirage and CS2, it's really not even a double-edged sword. The blade is normally pointed towards you. Every once in a while you can land a blunt force strike that knocks the weapon out of your opponent, but it seems to hurt you more than it hurts the other guy. That's just a consistency we've seen over the vast amount of Counter-Strike 2 games we've covered over the past week and a half. And there's Cafolo to win that op duel. Nython doesn't even connect the shot. It goes between the legs, and nutmegs might be great in soccer or football, but they don't work too great in Counter-Strike.
I think it's the first op duel we've seen all day as well.
It's one of the... I think we've seen a couple more,
Might have
but
been like
they
one or
haven't
two
been
on
proper
Anubis.
op duels.
Yeah. Op recovered by Destiny. Didn't have a primary, I don't think. He play up con. Aggression ramp though from Young Sharks. Expects it. Second and a third that all go unanswered. Destiny has the op in hand. He's trying to make something work with it, but him and Martin 2v5 at nade. Massive onto Destiny. Down to 16 HP. And with 20 seconds left, he's probably going to try and save that sniper rifle for the following. Martin just run in, try to get a plant and or get a kill and die. Not able to do that. The op missed the shot. Goffalo is now stuck in a very prickly spot. The Eagle rings true. Destiny finds DRG on the exit. Doc, Cogs, and Artie and Sal will survive. Will they got the op? Yes is the answer. Young Sharks establishing a lead once again. And Destiny bringing one op into the following. He has no money in the bank. He has to get dropped an AK. He'll have no utility. Spy from Red Canids is all over the place. Young Sharks are beginning to stabilize.
They're stabilizing quite well on the CT side. And it's not looking great for Red Canids right now. They've had some moments, sure, but Nython 0-6 continuing to purchase into the op. Everybody else doing all right. Double AUGs as well on Young Sharks, which is something I always like to see. I like the scope rifles a lot, and it's always nice to see them come through. They scope in lots of nade damage as Togs is still up close and personal. There's one for him, two for DRG. Actually, one for DRG, one for Doc. The chime of kills, everybody chiming in, and more damage being dealt. Zero damage taken by the CT side. They are dominating this B hold. Red Canids have also failed to execute A, Nate. They keep going mid and B.
They love buying an op and they love sending it middle. And they love having it get zero impact.
Again, I refer to Einstein's definition of insanity.
You say it's Einstein's. I say it's a Far Cry 3.
What came first, Far Cry 3 or Albert Einstein?
Far Cry 3.
I believe there is some sort of chronal discrepancy then.
Chronological? It's chronal. Be right back.
He's going to go grab his dictionary real quick.
Is a word. Of or relating to time. Time discrepancy. Math checks out. Again, an op going to be saved, it appears. 15 seconds left. It's just sitting at Delpan middle. Hardzao similarly supporting over towards T-spawn. Young Sharks kind of hunting.
Nython's dead.
Nython should be dead. Yeah, he's dead. Okay. That was the head peekaboo into the bottom of the scope. Hardzao might find something for his troubles. No. Do they force the issue? Oh, they're going to force... No. Not enough time for them to press. 6-3. At least a tied ball game at half for Young Sharks. That's the worst case scenario. But I would say this looks to be a 7-3 situation, given the fact that Red Canids are going to be going for a force buy. A second of 3 timeouts used in this first half. Red Canids. What is the call? Fast B play perhaps with pistols? Do something different. Don't go middle.
No. I got the call, Nate. Pool money together on Nython so we can buy an op. That's the call.
Yeah, tempting.
Imagine if you could shuffle money around like that in Counter-Strike.
I don't want to, actually. Make it too easy.
Red Canids would buy an op right now. if they could.
I wish I could see the scoreboard right now.
You want to see ADR?
I want to see 007. But I can't confirm it.
Oh, true.
I guess not criticizing Nithon as an ineffectual operator. It's the fact that he's not too familiar with it, but they continue to insist upon using it.
Yep, he does have an assist, Nate, so it's not 007.
Dang it. But yeah, it's not that he's struggling as an operator, even though he is. The issue for us is the fact that they continue insisting on the op and consistently pivot around it in middle, despite the lack of effect.
And he's been good on the rifles too.
Yeah, he's been more than serviceable on the rifles.
Yeah. If it's working, why stop?
So walk back into middle yet again.
With pistols, of all things, and a hero rifle.
There is nobody in window. Can't exploit that.
I don't know. I think it's fine.
It is. They're watching for it. Tech 9 does make it a little bit scary for Togs as he walks in. Togs has had a strong first map. Destiny's in a very precarious position for him. It's going to be a B play with Destiny activating late in window. DRG is going to have a lot to do from back sight. Here's the jump. He's going to back away. He's going to do some damage, but he needs to be careful. He cannot be overwhelmed here. He cannot give them a weapon. He needs to isolate the duels as best he can. Togs as a support. He does find one. hardzao, the hero rifle, finds a trade. And Destiny activates late, finding a second. hardzao a third. And they might have found a winning recipe. Destiny grabs an AK, finishes off Doc, and the round is over in the blink of an eye. 4-6, Red Canids. The half buy works. They do finally get a fourth on the board. But it hinged a lot on complete control of middle. I do not think a late flank like that works again.
It definitely doesn't work again. And Young Sharks still have that op out in Gafolo's hands. Double logs, Togs and RDN's out. Togs fails the cat jump, so he does the next best thing and drops an underpass. I think that's something we've all done. Mid control, though, for Red Canids, Nate. 4 of them. Barton going in towards apartments, and that's been his usual area. Flashing for a mid-peak. Togs goes for it. Gafolo, Togs, and DRG. A trio of kills and make it a quad as DRG doubles up. Has time to reload, too. Martin gets on the site. He can do 0, zilch, nada. Flawless response from Young Sharks. Yes, they might have been stunned a little bit by the pistols, but back on the guns, the Sharks smell blood and they strike clean. Buy up again for Red Canids. The op is back in the hands of Nithon. Barton on a deagle, and that is it with utility around it. 3 Augs now for Young Sharks, and they are making me a fan just by virtue of buying the Aug so much.
It's a scoped weapon, but it's not the one in question.
It's a really good compromise the way the scopes work in CS2. I think we need to see more people using the Krieg, too.
Yeah. You can definitely see a justification for both those weapons. It makes that competition for the rifle slots all the more contentious. But that is an aside. Red Canids again going for emphasis towards middle. Martin are only a deagle, but everybody else does have rifles. It is the last round of this half. Young Sharks are going to have more passive hold towards the middle, but we do have Doc in window to hopefully spot the cross. In case it comes through. And Togs, we saw him pushing into the apartments. He'll find one, he'll spot a second top mid, and he'll get the kill after a spray reset. Destiny and Nithon both caught. Young Sharks taking initiative and finding 2. hardzao finally finding inroads elsewhere. Young Sharks still look to be in control of this one. The bomb is dropped at Togs' feet. Might just find a venomzera as well. Everything, he will not. venomzera ties it back up. Doc answers immediately thereafter, spraying over the top of the smoke. hardzao trying his best to bring the team back into it, finds a couple towards A, and in fact brings it to his team's favor. Maybe Red Canids can recover in the later stages of this first half. It's just DRG. He's in window. He has an AUG. He's in a 1-versus-1. Martin has grabbed the bomb. He's rotating ramp. DRG content to slink towards B. He's going to wait for the confirmation. It's towards A. and he'll attempt the retake. Last round of the half, no reason to say.
Bomb will go down, and it is a 1v1 for a good amount of bacon here. Full utility for DRG. He will not use it yet. Wants to have at least some element of surprise as he crosses in towards the site. Bartin. Molly and nade. Smoke available for DRG. He'll drop that on the bomb. Tap it. Peek around it. Nade in from Bartin. He shows himself, and that's a well-played CS2 1v1 from DRG. It's going to be a 8-4 half in the favor of Young Sharks. We'll see you after the break.
Tell stories about who we used to be. I still feel your touch, though you're not here. Since you've been gone, you're all I see. Still hear your voice, why don't we speak? I'm running circles. Since you're in my life, I can get no sleep. If you give me a sign, I'll be yours to keep. Just wanna say you're mine and make history. 'Cause I've been playing blind, wasting all this time, yeah, I need clarity. Give me some clarity. Yeah, I need clarity. Waiting for your call all night and day. Where did we go wrong? Don't wanna wait until you're just a distant memory. I still feel your touch, though you're not here. Since you've been gone, you're all I see. Still hear your voice, why don't we speak? I'm running circles. Since you're in my life, I can get no sleep. If you give me a sign, I'll be yours to keep. Just wanna say you're mine and make history. 'Cause I've been playing blind, wasting all this time, yeah, I need clarity. Give me some clarity. Yeah, I need clarity.
My eyes are closed, I'm feeling. I hear the silence speaking, and every night vibrating. And in the clouds, I'm reading the silhouette of me.
Difficult first half for the Red Canids on Mirage. Can it recover in the second? That's the big question. Pineapple Phillips and Boggs on the mic, and a quick B play on the cards for Young Sharks as they group up in towards the apartments. One set of utility and a second set spread out along hardzao and Doc. P250 in hand for hardzao as well. And full Kevlar for Red Canids. They're trying to rebuke this take. Jump out the window comes hardzao, missing the opportunity, but Bartin covers his comrade, fighting the first. Bartin doubling down. A third. Yep, it is a necessary one to find. Looking for fourth, not quite found, but he's done his job. The rotations have come through. Gaffalo and hardzao cannot be long for this world. Gaffalo, for his bench, does well to find a second in the chaos. A second is all he'll find. hardzao shows him a hard truth as Red Canids take the pistol round.
Hard truth indeed, but a big win for the Red Canids. It gives them some sort of window back in here. Gives them that opportunity. Don't want to lose both pistol rounds. That is essentially a death sentence in CS2. Now they just have to win clean rounds against the blocks. Then go against the rifles, try and pull that back. Good taps from venomzera. Picks up a pair. Destiny and Nithon and venomzera will all combine for the last 3 remaining players. There's only a 2-round gulf now between the two sides, and here come the AKs for Young Sharks, but Red Canids are more than prepared to rebuff this buy with the M4s and the FAMAS in hand. Plenty of defuse kits, all the utility. It's a very even buy up here between the two sides. Young Sharks, what's the game plan here on the T side? Ball's in their court.
They have a weaker T side as well, so the pressure is on at this stage. Smoke top mid. I like the initiative from Red Canids, even if they don't act on it. It does make Young Sharks guess. Red Canids setup is aggressive towards A as well. 2 under balcony. And this pair is going to be tested as well. It's already a hefty group up towards A from the Young Sharks. So, in towards Palace might be the first one to swing. He's looking towards stairs. He spots the player jumping jungle. I don't think Nithon spotted him either. The AK tapping away. Doesn't get the kill. Good one from Nithon on the A1S at range. He's begun to awaken in the second half. A jump across stairs is expected. Good off angle from venomzera. He doesn't reveal his hand too early. Catches that player from the back, blindsiding him. 5 versus 3 secured. Red Canids, very good on the phones.
Destiny will have the freebie from behind, and it's gotten a little expensive, but not really that much at all. Red Canids with the rifles making it work. They're within 1. And if they play their cards right, Nate, it won't be 1 much longer. It should be a tie ball game here as we get into what is essentially a freebie round, although we've seen players and teams lose to these kind of buys many a time before.
Canids waking up in a big way as well. They lost 2 players, sure, but one of those players was holding a FAMAS, which could have been upgraded, sure, but still 3 players surviving on a bonus is more than enough to be happy with on the CT side. The pistols are all grouped up. 1's in apartments, 3 are underpass. They're hoping for some Red Canids aggression towards middle. But thus far, the defense has been content just holding their lines, spotting here and there.
They've been content to hold and to spot. For how much longer? Will they get aggressive? Will they break stride? Will they go for gold? Will they go for blood? Will they do the right thing and just sit and wait and let them come? They're holding for now. But time is going to start dwindling, and they might get a little antsy here momentarily. Destiny, no utility, has to dry fight this. Doesn't take any damage. Confirms that spray, and then just backs away. Peeks out for more as hardzao will hop up the ladder. Destiny deals with 2. That smoke will only help him.
Try to scale, and the 1 digs do ring true. Okay, what looked like a round that was consigned to Red Canids is now cracked wide open. 3 1 digs. The A site cracked wide open. And even 2 versus 2. Eagle for Gaffalo, M4 for DRG versus the pair of M4s for hardzao and Bartin. These 2 will just play together, group up. Eagle towards Firebox should be the first contact in this retake.
Gaffolo and Firebox is essentially in that little bait and switch spot with the player up in the palace. There is a kit, there's a Molotov, the early peek, but a trade from Gaffolo. 1v1 time under 10 seconds. hardzao should have just enough time, about 2 seconds to spare. But a very costly round for Red Canids. And that's exactly the point. Sometimes the pistols can catch you off guard. The 1Ds definitely woke up. Red Canids almost put to sleep there, alive by the skin of their teeth. Op for Gafolo on the T side. We'll see what he can do with it. Nithon will be gifted an op for the CT side of things, and we'll see if he's going to find any success.
Nithon's found some success with the rifle. Not a lot, though. I think he could stand to find a little bit more with the op towards the middle. Where's Gafolo going? That's the question. Going
like
towards the ramp.
Yeah, but he's a utility man right now.
As I say, he's not aggressively peeking. He's playing utility instead, which is fair. Destiny, though, he wants to go on the aggression, aggressive play. Push middle, around the smoke, looking for DRG. Hardzao's holding under.
He saw him.
I was say he spotted the foot. That jerk tells us that. It's hard to tell with the X-ray, but that's pretty clear. Hardzao finds one DRG though. Trades Destiny out. Rare miss from him. Up towards top middle. It's now time for the Young Sharks to activate towards A. They're going to slowly get control of the close areas. Molly under the balcony. Through the smoke, Gafolo drops venomzera. Nithon has a lot to do now from CT spawn. He has the op. He has a little bit of support in towards window from hardzao. Gafolo's already ready for the jump over. The op wins the Opper's duel yet again for Young Sharks. Timing's everything. He will get by. Does have support. The bomb is in a prickly position.
Nade just tickles Gafolo. Togs will take down hardzao and Barton. They know where he is. He's stuck. No way out. Timing. But somehow Gafolo is still alive. Barton, fight. One against Togs, but he's so low on health. He is a dead man walking. Young Sharks pushing into him. A lineup, but nobody falls. And they should be out before the bomb explodes. Lead gained back for Young Sharks. And the money for Red Canids is in a bit of an awkward spot. A couple of players can buy. They've forced into an op with pistols, and that is it. Oh, FAMAS for Destiny, okay.
That's something, but
no kit, no armor on hardzao.
it's one of the buys. I would have rather seen venomzera forego the helmet and go for a kit as well. They're really going all in on this moment. Barton could have been the same as well. I guess it's fair to say. Sharks just running a bit of a default, holding all the extremities except for B. Slowly getting control. Nithon is posted on catwalk with the op this time around. Might have an Opper's duel at long last. Gafolo walking up, looking towards A. The Molotov is for ladder, not for catwalk. He will challenge. The Opper's duel is technically won by Gafolo, but by technicality. They exchange blows. Actually, Gafolo takes no damage. And the nade finishes him off. venomzera, it's his turn to strike the deagle in hand. Destiny as well. 1-2 punch. DRG trades blows, finding one but not the second. It's instead the nade of Togs to find a second in the round via utility. Togs doubling down with the AK brings it to even footing. Bartin, he's recovered the op towards catwalk. The smoke guises a potential plant towards A. Togs could out mind game himself though. He's running towards B, and if Barton holds his nerve towards the catwalk, he will hear the stampede of footsteps.
He's heard him. He knows. Does not want to unscope either. Chooses to remain silent. That shot a little early. That was a deagle shot that landed, I believe. Nice little peek from Togs, but Barton wins it with the deagle in hand. This time it's Red Canids' time to shine on the half-buy, on the force-up, really is what it was. The only thing is they lost all but one, so their reinvestment is going to be light on utility or some other things like firepower with two FAMASs coming through. Young Sharks will have AKs and Galils and all the utility they need. 9-9 the score, nothing really separating these two sides. Map number 1 of our final best of 3 of the day.
At the map as well. Swing round. If Red Canids lose, they're going to be on a very paltry investment. If Young Sharks will lose, especially without the bomb plan, it's a very similar situation for them. Lots of implications in this round when a victory could mean 2 rounds by extension. That would be 10 and 11 for either side. Young Sharks grouping up towards B early on. One player in the middle, that's Doc. He's expended some utility, shown some presence. Hardzao and Bartin, though, holding their ground. And I like this aggressive spot from Bartin. This could go unchecked, and it could steal away the round.
Bartin holding, waiting for the run. May start to peek in now. We'll find out. hardzao in towards bench. Domed by Ardian Zhao, then finish with a body shot. Bartin the double up from Apps, and he gets a third onto Ardian Zhao. Deagle in hand. More chip damage onto Doc, who's finished off by Destiny. Gafolo the last alive with the op in hand. Not exactly the gun you want for a 1v4. The bomb down on the site with no way in. Gafolo will elect to save a souvenir. Op Desert Hydra. That's a pretty nice skin to hold on to, and we'll see if he can last the entire rest of the round.
He will. No one's going catwalk. No one even thinks of it as a possibility. The op pushing all the way up catwalk alone? Absolutely not. Round is over. Red Canids take it. And like I said, they should have a second as well. The economy from Young Sharks is low. They can justify Galils and AKs, but they'll be lacking utility. And so it's a rough call. It'd be almost entirely Galils if they want those smokes. Looks like they will go for it. DRG, Galil, Doc, Hero, AK. Togs and Ardian Zhao, what's the play? Galil. It's a very haphazard last-second investment. Ardian Zhao finally buying up a Galil. Utility lackluster, especially when compared to the Red Canids, but we've seen more done with less.
That's unlucky for Destiny. He tries to break the smoke for his own benefit, but Gafolo knows exactly what's coming, holds the angle, clicks mouse 1. Job done. Red Canids tenuous lead. Utility swap out there between Doc and Gafolo. 3 on B.
Yeah, they're going towards catwalk. They want to reaggress middle. That's the call. I can respect it. They have some flashes on those two. They just stick venomzera into the house. In the one-player challenge, it's Ardian Zhao. While he's wise to the possibility, he's not ready enough on the trigger. So entry, putting Gafolo. Do the spearhead once more with the op. He's going to walk in towards Palace. Despite the early pick, they're not scared. They're not turned away by that opener for venomzera. Awkward duel. Niche angle. The op swings, misses the shot. venomzera, though, it's not long for the roll. The doctor puts him under. Advantage secured, but DRG now has activated. Coming up connector. Nithon knows it's a possibility. Nithon spotted it, but DRG still gets the kill before Nithon can trade a critical hit to find with the op. But Bartin has lurked in towards the side, finding one, finding two. The third now can't plant the bomb either. Bartin's is buying time, and Nithon does not miss on the CT side with the op. He's finally coming alive at a critical juncture. Red Canids steal away the round 11-9. They shut down the force buy, and the Young Sharks have another difficult predicament ahead of them.
A half buy or a force buy? A half seems likely that will be the case. DRG only at $1,000, dropping that AK over to Togs. A hero rifle play coming in here from Young Sharks. A B sprint flashes over. Molotov there to counter. Nade as well from Bartin. He's been spectacular this map, but he's got help from hardzao. Only one for Bartin, but hardzao with a 2. Nithon's come through as well. Can he add another one to his recent tallies? Yes, he's starting to heat up on the AWP. Very good time for him to do so. Destiny with the last map point for Red Canids on their own pick with Nuke as map number 2. Follow on the AWP, AKs across the rest. Togs will have AK full armor and utility as well. It's a very good buy here for both sides. This one's for all the marbles on map number 1. Nython is going A or mid con. Destiny's going to be the one holding in the window. Interesting adjustment. Run boost for the op. Follow out the open. Nython picks off DRG. The bottom of the boost gets plucked off for the Vine, and that's a very good start for Red Canids. Nython, don't do it. Don't push. Don't do it.
Double stack gets a double kill for Togs. Spray transfer onto them both. What was an advantage is now a disadvantage. Red Canids getting a little bit too eager to try and close out their own map pick. Togs is low though. This is still recoverable for Red Canids. Put themselves in a less than ideal situation. Togs upgrading to the op. It makes sense given his HP. Red Canids, despite the disadvantage, are not dissuaded from getting aggressive. Destiny's close ramp. Knows they're not forcing the issue. Allows his teammates to spread out around the rest of the map. Gaffalo, a big pick towards the middle. I like the call from hardzao, but the flash was not nearly deep enough. And now, the weight of this round rests on Bartin's shoulders. He's towards jail. He's on B. He's going to have to deal with a split from 4/5 of the Young Sharks squad.
Bartini just has to get a couple of kills and buy some time. Low HP Togs will help out. He has that other op salvage from the body of Nython. He's been spotted. The Bartin tucking in towards Van. Actually has not been seen. Now he's revealed, and he picks up 2, barely taking any damage. 6 rounds in the chamber in the magazine. He goes for a spray. He prays. Sidearm out. He's somehow doing damage. He's almost got a 3rd. This is winnable for Destiny here. He has a flashbang in hand. And very wounded players in Gafolo and hardzao. Just at 59 HP on the high HP player. Destiny needs to get by one, then he can take down the other. If he can take down the high HP player first, it's theoretically easier. But it's really a pick your poison moment, all down to the time. And hardzao spotted. Miss spray from Destiny, and hardzao will not let that opportunity slip away. Young Sharks draw within 2. Second of 3 possible map points for Red Canids. They'll be able to buy up again here if they want to. They can also go for a half, which is not a bad idea considering they still have a round to play with. And they've been dangerous on the weaker buys. Never mind. They're going all in. So if they don't win this round, Nate, it's pretty much overtime.
Yes, it is. Their buy is fearsome. I found lacking utility. The MP7 for Bartin is curious given his stellar performance, but given the fact he's playing up close, the MP7 can definitely do the damage. Young Sharks, though, a big change, a big departure. Not slowing things down, instead speeding things up, stacking towards A early on. Red Canids show some of that characteristic aggression. They might get called out. Instead, they'll hold their lines. 1 top balcony, 1 default. Gaffalo into line up the utility. Pressure on now for these 2 A-side defenders.
Good Molotov forces venomzera out to the open. He cannot get anything. Destiny outside T-Bone. Swings for 1. Spotted and finished off by Dot. hardzao coming in CT. Messy spray takes a lot of damage there. Molotov will delay. That's a perfect one right onto Firebox. It's not called Firebox for no reason. Bartin, Nython, and hardzao. Last 3 remaining in a 3v3 against Gafolo, Togs, and hardzao. Bomb slowly working its way onto the site. Gafolo tossing more utility in. hardzao behind that smoke, trying to stay alive. Nython on the cross, actually playing a very passive angle towards jungle. hardzao spray yields 1. Nython strikes for another. Togs with 1 of 3 required to bring this one to another round. Bomb in hand, taps it, holds it. Bartin swings, sprays, and wins the fight. Red Canids, an escape from defeat. They pull it back on the CT side. A bit sketchy at the end there, but Red Canids have been able to close things out in some sketchy scenarios, and a good win for them on their map pick of Mirage.
A good win, a solid start. Again, still some worrying signs.